I do want to make an announcement. This podcast has failed the Black and brown community. I've been just so busy. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Kids will allow you to realize what's most important. Not only that, I do have another podcast, the Black Dads Club. I encourage any and everybody to listen to it. It is not a parenting podcast. It's actually just two black men sitting down talking about shit that they care about. I'm gonna put it like that. And that's been my focus as of late, probably for the last 6 months, which is why this podcast has not been what it's been. But that is going to change. I will find a unique way to get back where it's at. So much so that I was on Buzzsprout and I actually canceled my subscription because I'm like, yo, I'm paying them just random money that's not there. Before we get started, because I know why y'all here. Y'all didn't see the thumbnail. You didn't see the title. I know why you here. For the last year, I have learned one thing and one thing clear. And for the last month, I've been saying it out loud. The longer you're in the game, the longer you've noticed you was never in the game.
Never in the game.
Photography has become funny. It's become a joke. It's become a playground where the sensitive run everything. It has become embarrassing by when I'm witnessing photographers get kicked out of photo competitions because they're using AI.
Right, that's what I was about to. Oh yeah.
Then it's like, oh, y'all think this is a game, right?
Clearly.
When I see groups being forced to change their group rules because people don't understand AR art versus photography, it's been a thing. I've been a victim of overreacting and overreaching. I do need to send an apology to the young brother that was in the Black Photographers of America group, who I thought his shoot was AI generated, and it wasn't. And he posted behind the scenes. He got my ass. He got me right on up out of there. And I apologize to him because I was wrong. Now, to the young brother that came to his defense and told me my work was trash, and I just so happened to find his Instagram and his Facebook, and I made some screenshots, and I got petty with you. You didn't deserve that, my black brother, but we gonna get there. Let's get straight to it, dog. I ain't come here to play with y'all today. We got 3 cameras. Shout out to the R5. Shout out to the R3s.
Hey, it's looking nice on the setup, bro.
Look,
no doubt.
I'm on your ass, Dr. Colvin.
Oh.
I'm saying your name. How do we start this? So yesterday, if you're here, you probably saw her post. Her group, her following is bigger than mine on Facebook, and which is where she posted it at. And she posted a screenshot, and she said that she called me. Matter of fact, let me do this proper, man.
She's a legitimate doctor?
Yeah, she actually, from all accounts, this is her account.
I have no clue.
I have no clue at all. I've never, this is one of the things I didn't do research on, if she's actually a doctor. But I'm assuming so, because you foul if you do that, right? But we've seen worse. You know, B. Simone wrote a whole book that was stolen, and then the shit was falling apart. So I've seen worse from better. But she's very adamant on, I'm a doctor, I'm an educator, and the way that she puts her business together shows me that she has some background, at least, in marketing and in business.
Absolutely.
Now, if you do not know who Dr. T is, I think it's Tomayia Colvin. If you do not know who she is, I encourage you to go look her up. She has an educational program. She does masterminds. She, from her account, or at least from what she promotes, is that she teach photographers to be better photographers and to do better business. This is not an ad for her, clearly. But we gon' go there.
Has to be the emphasis on the better business part. I haven't done any research on it, so I don't know what type of photography is done, but I kind of remember the inception of some parts of this. Go ahead.
So let's start at how. Let's start with the how before we get to her message. Probably right before COVID happened, or maybe it was the first year of COVID. I don't even know if Taylor want me to say her name, but I said Taylor. Was speaking at the Cookout, and I thought the name was fly. I thought, I said, yo, what is this? You telling me black photographers are getting together to hang out, and they calling it the Cookout, and it's photo walks and the speaker. I said, oh, this is fire.
Yeah, it sounds pretty dope.
It does sound dope. My ass, just like a groupie, was ready. I said, oh, I got to speak at the next year one.
Yeah.
Because, there's no other black consistent podcast, photography podcast. Shout out to Black Shutter. the Black Shutter podcast. They are consistent, but they do like once a month, and stuff happens. I understand now why they spaced out their podcast, because it's tough doing this.
Not a lot of outlets at all for Black photographers.
Absolutely. Whether we looking for resources,
Right.
knowledge.
Right.
If you are a Black business in the Charlotte area, the Beyond Charlotte grant is now open. It opened August 1st. It closed August 30th. They did put a requirement. You have to at least be making $30,000 a year in business to apply. They got tired of y'all niggas showing up with new businesses last year trying to ask for $100,000. So just giving y'all a heads up.
That's a plug.
So shout out to Charlotte, the Beyond Charlotte grant. Go look at my old tapes if you want the old Jay-Z, whatever Jay-Z said. So like a groupie, I ran over there because I wanted to speak. Now I'm not for sure. I don't believe I reached out to Dr. Colvin, but I wanted to speak at our conference, or at least do the podcast. Me and Key go there. I'm thinking, we go to Houston, we sit out there. This would be dope for the podcast. This is our target audience. Let's get it. But I noticed the deadline was too close for that year. So with that, the next year, I had so much time to research whose conference I wanted to speak to. Now, I reached out to her. I reached out to some other photo conferences, plug in my podcast. I've had meetings, things of that nature. But I was able to hop in her group, and I got to watch her. Now, anytime somebody's a leader of the group, boy, do I get to digging how the hell this person got put in our faces. That's the problem with the internet.
As we all should, by the way.
Oh, we're going to have a conversation of what's wrong with the damn internet.
That's going to be about 5
hours. Yeah, we might break this down into episodes. Because, one of the biggest problems with the internet is people get forced in our face, and we just don't even vet their ass no more.
Just take it. Oh. Hello, Joe Biden and Donald Trump. Pause.
Look. I look at it. I say, let's look at all the people that we was told was famous. Kevin Samuels got famous. He came out of nowhere.
He wish he didn't now. Sorry.
Look, Black women got him up out of there. That's why I don't argue with y'all on the internet now.
Tell you.
Andrew Tate, they threw him in our face. They got him up out of here.
His last name was Tate, in line with Power series. You know what I'm saying?
Look. Honestly, when they was talking about him, I literally wrote on Twitter like a dumbass because I was dead ass serious. I'm like, why are y'all talking about the Power dude so much?
I'm telling you.
Didn't know this nigga was a human trafficker.
Exactly how he was treated.
Exactly. I look at, let's look at it like this. White girl that's running around interviewing Drake on her bed, right? This girl has interviewed Drake, Lil Yachty, and Mark Cuban. She ain't had an interview before that.
How sweat?
How the fuck do you get in our face? They plant people in our face and say, here y'all go, internet. This is who y'all need to speak. So when I get in these groups and I get in these photography groups, do I believe it's an industry thing? I'm not for sure, but I always question. I always reach out to the person. I always say, A, are you a photographer? B, do you really know what you're talking about? C, is it people to back up your claims? So I started researching Dr. Colvin. I started looking for her website, her portfolio. I see a lot of this, spend thousands on my masterclass, spend thousands on my education, which she prides herself on being an educator. And I'm not finna sit here and down this woman and question her educational level, because she carries herself like a teacher.
Absolutely.
I've watched her videos. Even when she's flustered, she handles herself like an educator. And I respect our educator. Also, let me be clear. I respect older Black women.
Facts.
Don't mean I'm gonna go easy on that ass, but I'm not finna do you the way I did Alex Loveland. Right? I'm not finna do you the way I did some of these other people who were scamming out here, or their background is questionable. Let me put it like that. I'm gonna give you grace. I'm gonna give you mercy. I'm gonna give you care, but I'm also gonna give it to you real. So how do we get to yesterday? Dr. Colvin, I get a phone call yesterday, yesterday was Wednesday, I had to go get my kid from daycare. I got a call around, let's say 2:00. Phone rings, I don't know the number. I answer it. I am the weirdo who answers every fucking phone call.
Yep. It might be spam, might be because of my out. You never know.
Laws has been here when I've gotten spam, and I've just go off and whatever. So I get the call. I hear it probably 5 seconds into it. This call couldn't have lasted no longer than 30 seconds. I get the call. She states who she is. I immediately tell her, I'm busy with my kid because I got to go get my kid. I got shit to do. I don't have time for her. She yells over me and says, no, I'm taking her back. Because now this is a grown woman screaming on the phone. I don't argue with women. I'm keeping it a buck with y'all. I do not. I debate with my wife. I have conversations with my sister. And I choose to listen or not listen to my mom. I always listen to my grandparents, my grandmothers. The rest of you chicks, I say what I say, you say what you say, we go our separate ways.
Yep, that's about how I carry it as well. That was good. Yeah.
Because, and let me tell y'all something which I keep doing to black men, especially heterosexual, educated black men. Somebody calling me now. Somebody FaceTiming me. Shout out to Chanel. Hold on. Let me do this.
Yeah.
This better be funny.
Oh boy, so timely.
Chanel, what you want? I'm cussing out a black woman on the podcast right now. She hung up?
No, I told my girl was calling me.
Oh, yeah, I'm cussing out somebody. You have to listen to the podcast. You're actually live on the pod right now.
What up, Chanel?
Hey, y'all. What's up?
I'm trying to explain to him that I don't yell at black women.
Yo, you shouldn't yell at black women.
Oh, well, I'm about to.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, well, I'm about to.
Y'all don't love us.
Oh, my God.
That's the problem now.
I'm calling you when I get done.
Y'all don't love us.
Here we go. I'm calling you when I get done.
That's why Summer Walker mad right now.
Fuck her.
That don't count.
So I don't even know where we stopped at, but let's do it like this. Oh, she called me. I get a phone call, and we going through it. She says what she says. She cuts me off. She yells, and I'm taking her back, and she pulls the Will Smith. I know she cleaned it up for Facebook, but she pulled the Will Smith. Keep my name out your motherfucking mouth. And honestly, I was taken aback even more. I was shook. You know how when your adrenaline going and you kind of like, wait.
How do I respond? What do I do? What's going on?
My voice started cracking because I'm confused.
Right.
Because at this point, I don't know if I'm being recorded. Also at this point, I don't believe in just cussing out women. It just you seem grimy. Like by the time a man cusses you out, especially if he's a good, decent man, he doesn't want to do what he's doing, but he feels like this is the only choice I have in fighting.
Facts.
And
so fight or flight.
Fight or flight. And at this point, but I be quiet, honestly.
And that's a good practice. I mean, and considering after finding out certain details, there were other ways to handle what
she has.
Yeah.
And so I calmly tell Miss Dr. Colvin, you know I don't follow you, right? And she said, what? I said, I don't follow you. And it was a long pause. You know when the rappers get their bar off and they just let the shit breathe?
Yep.
Because I hope she understood what I meant by that. I didn't see this.
I didn't see your content. I can't see your content. Someone had to share your content with me.
Facts.
In displeasure in order for me to even come up with ideas.
Facts. So with that being said, hold on, I'm trying to look at something on a text message.
That's tough.
It's tough. Also,
it's very attention seeking from a root core fundamental standpoint, by the way.
Look, and then here's the gag. The message you seen online, it wasn't a sent message. It was a received message. That's the other gag. So at minimum, if you looked at whatever was posted, and I'm going to tell y'all what was posted, it was sent to me. The other gag of it is I shared a screenshot, meaning that I shared a screenshot of a screenshot, meaning that I received this, somebody else got this screenshot. That means this shit was traveling.
Yeah.
Now, for those who do not know what was going on yesterday, not yesterday, the day before, 2 days ago, I posted on my story, somebody sent me a picture of Dr. Colvin crying in her car listening to Yolanda Adams. Now, I think it's the goofiest shit in the world when people record themselves crying, because in my mind, I wonder how many pictures you took. Did you set it up? Did you hold the camera? Did you set it up on something? Did you get it at the beginning of the cry, the middle of the cry, at the end of the cry? Did you start over?
I mean, we can set up a compilation of videos now, bro. We literally get off on it because it is insane.
It is insane.
It's insane.
I make jokes about it all the time.
Because I would just stop recording at that point. I cry very ugly. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I
Me
look
too.
good when I cry. So that's not the highlight of my life that I want to capture. So
I be red as shit.
They be just
Look, face be scrunched up.
dang.
I be ugly. And so I couldn't imagine saying, yo, hold on. Let me grab my phone.
Right.
What?
I feel some tears. You feel you about to cry, right?
Yeah, you know.
You know.
Almost felt the same way I felt when she called and cussed me the fuck out. But so that's how we got to yesterday. Now, before that, what most people don't understand is me and Dr. Colvin has had several conversations. Oh, I did ask her how she got my number. She said she Googled me. Shout out to that.
I don't know about that one.
It's kind of creepy.
That
Whatever.
would explain them spam calls, dog.
That might explain.
Famous.
Look, I'm out here. But with that, we've had several conversations. Because I've been in her groups.
Mm-hmm.
I've questioned, yo, why are you putting black drama in a photography group and you just drop it and you leave? You never follow up. Are you weaponizing? Are you trying to captivate off of black trauma? Like, what's going on? I also question, yo, why are you allowing your community to fight with each other? And because they're fighting over stuff that has zero to do with photography. So let's say a black man messes up, he gets into drama, like it's baller alert shit, right? She'll post it, she'll leave a comment, and then her community is fighting each other, and she's nowhere to be found because she really doesn't care about what she posted. Is to be cool. You know, I've had questions to her about that. I personally have questioned her on if she's actually a photographer. Why? Because I have been very adamant on photography educators letting us know if they are past, current photographers or a poser.
Yeah. Very important, by the way.
That is very important. I don't believe that just because you're a past expert that you can't help a community. But I do believe it's important to say, hey, I'm actually practicing medicine or I practice medicine before I do open heart surgery on your ass.
Absolutely. Context is everything.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I used to work on cars. When? Oh, in the 1980s. Well, bro, this is 2023.
It's a whole different car. It's a whole different beast.
Look, every other community, you have to let the experts, you have to let the community know what type of expert you are. Now, let's be clear. Dr. Colvin was in my group. You know what her response was? It's up to them niggas to figure out. Now, she didn't say the N-word. I will clean that up. Let me rewind that back. I'm going to bleep that because that ain't fair. But she said, it's up to y'all to figure it out. Hello. Let me tell y'all also what happened.
Potential red flag, by the way.
Oh, it ain't even potential. It was enough that I had a couple people reach out in the group and say, yo, that's bothersome to me.
Yeah, you would never encroach any given relationship based on those terms.
Yo, it's up to y'all.
You to figure out.
It's up to you to figure out what the hell I am. To me, in a community that is very vulnerable, a community that is very big on, yo, I am willing to give whatever to get the next step because it's so oversaturated.
Yes. Why not be transparent? I think that's something that in any given group I've been a part of, that's a common practice, commonplace. Like, even if it's some of the worst work, if it's some of the, you know what I mean, inexperience, whatever, it's generally just transparent, authentic. That's what that space breeds, you know?
Absolutely. One thing I never questioned Alex Loveland on is if she was a photographer. Why? Because she showed us behind the scenes of her at work. She showed us her actual work. She showed us Google reviews. Now, I didn't like her business practices, but that's a whole nother story. I might not have believed in her business practices, but we never got to get there with Dr. Colvin. Why? Because I was so stuck on if this motherfucker was a photographer for 18 months. That's bothersome to me. And then the other thing that's bothersome to me is, mind y'all, I haven't been following her for 3 months, if that, probably longer than that. That don't stop her community from sending me shit.
Yeah, obviously.
So what does that look like, Gavin? Oh, the chargebacks. If we're going to have a conversation, let's have a real conversation. Because I was made to look like the villain yesterday, and I understand that, and I get it. Because I did jump out on the ledge. When you put some shit on Instagram and social media, laws have been in here. I put shit on Instagram all the time. People come for me all the time in the comments. And I don't sit here and bitch and complain about it. I talk shit back because I put it out there in the world.
Yep.
So I accepted being looked at as a villain yesterday. But let's look at it. She telling y'all, I'm questioning her. This is where the beef starts. I'm questioning if you are really a photographer. You're telling me it ain't up for me to tell you if I'm a past photographer, a current photographer, or if I'm posing as a photographer. It's up for y'all to do your research after you give me your damn money. So when you get in chargebacks, when other people are questioning you and you making fake price sheets, we're not even gonna get into sis over here blurring out her boyfriend face, which was weird in itself. Weirdo shit. It's been several weirdo shit going on. Exactly. It's been several weirdo shit going on, right? We're not gonna talk about when she's in the black female photography group because the girl is fighting allegations of stealing. I have nothing to do with that. I don't know. But the allegations are there and they look strong. Yes. But this is, when that community is now questioning, why are you trying to buy this group from under this girl, a group that she built?
I remember that.
And you're not even a photographer. Or we question if you're a photographer. So that's how we get to this point. So yes, people came to me and say, I don't believe she should be in this group. Because this is very prey and predator-like. It's giving those vibes.
See, when you get to that part of the words, you know what I mean, you're still giving respect and love to it because you're calling it a community as opposed to like a cult. Because I've just been listening. I don't know the full parameters of this person, entity, whatever, but some of those things are characteristics and behaviors of a cult, not a community. A community, again, breeds in authenticity and transparency and being open, whereas a cult is there to exploit every weakness, every void and opening that they can find to capitalize. You know what I'm saying? So when you talk about, there's a group available, for purchase, and what that's going to do is get my numbers up, get my opportunity to get more money up, not necessarily more people that I can impact, right? Because the purpose of the community is to be, is to collectivize efforts to then create impact. Whereas for a cult, there's a leader that gets to rise above. Then they generally they insulate themselves with a few people to rise with them. And everyone else is just, like you said, I'm going to throw a topic out there and let them have at it. You know what I'm saying?
Look, and the way that y'all flooded to my DMs.
Right.
Show me that this is giving cult vibes. But yeah, I do want to be respectful because, sis was like, you could talk about this on your little podcast. And then she told me, the sentence before was how she going to send a lawyer after me. Whatever. You do what you got to do. That's the game you want to play. You play those games.
You better cease and desist from telling the truth.
Yeah. Like, look, let's have truth talk, right? Let's talk about how them speakers got to that damn cookout and shit wasn't right.
Or figure out how you can come on the pod, by the way. That would be more beneficial for
both
of you,
I've already said several times on other podcasts, I invite her on.
I mean, that's
what you
need. That's what you want.
She ain't set to the side. Like, she ain't the first sister to get it on this podcast. She won't be the last. When they come for me in the comments and they say, you don't know what you're talking about. I love when the Simps is in the comment talking about some, my brother ain't even a photographer. I don't even know why y'all talking to him. Cool, man. Y'all don't read or write. You niggas cannot read or write. I am not arguing with y'all on the internet.
You definitely don't know.
You don't know. And so I don't care to explain it to you, right? But let's go through her messages, man. She said, I just called Gavin Bower, full name, I love it, and told him to keep my name, my business, the cookout, my mentorship, and anything to do with me out of his mouth. She did curse. I do want to specify that. She mustered up the strength and the attitude to curse me out. And I think that's important, not because it hurt my feelings, because I was like, all right, sis.
Character assessment and character analysis is a good thing.
I respect it. You gave it up. He said he don't follow me. This is true. Now, my podcast does, but I don't follow her. I'm going to just put that out there. And if you follow the podcast, you've noticed there's been no activity for a few months. But that's a whole nother subject. But yesterday, I discovered he was. Cool. He mocked me at every opportunity. He posted in his group about me. You have commented on the post about you, by the way. You've had ample amount of time to defend yourself, talk about yourself, and answer questions from the community that wants to know what's going on. But we'll leave that alone. And I'm sick of being a person he's picking on. I've never spoken to this man before a moment ago. One thing I don't like is y'all lying. You've been in my group. You Facebook called me before.
Oh, no.
You've Instagram called me before. You've DM'd me before. My very first message to her was because somebody posed a great question in her group. It was a great question, by the way. And I thought this question should be talked about on the podcast. I screenshotted it, and we talked about it on the podcast. I put it on the thing. She DM'd me, very passive aggressive, and said, yo, did you steal this from my group? Mind you, it wasn't even her question. It was somebody else's question. Not even to her. It was just a topic. I ignored that shit because whatever. So for you to sit here and act like you don't know who I am, that's cute, sis. But we know it's a lie because whatever. Piss poor to make fun of a black woman photographer and keep bullying when I've said nothing to you. All right. Black women, I love y'all. It's hence why I'm trying to be respectful here.
I have love for y'all too. I'm not gonna just blindly say I love y'all because I suffer from trauma. We're gonna leave it at that.
I've said
love for y'all.
I've only said for the past year that I've never seen black men run to the hilltops and say, "Y'all, I feel protected by black women." I'm gonna leave that there. A lot of young black boys, their first trauma with women came from a black woman. I'm gonna leave that there. That we'll say that for the Black Dads Club.
Yeah,
how about
I think
that?
That's best. That's where we can be raw.
Let's save it. Yeah, let's save it for a safe space for us.
Safe space. Yes.
Black women, I love y'all. I say that, but I want to say, one day we're all gonna come by the fireside, us and y'all, and we're all gonna point out how the system has been toying with y'all emotions. For marketing dollars for years, for decades, for hundreds of years. The algorithm plays on y'all emotions at every time. If y'all don't like it, numbers go up. If y'all love it, numbers go up. If it tugs on anything to do with your love life, numbers go up. If it does anything to bring unity to y'all community, numbers actually go down.
I love how you were so nice about this. You still gave them an out. So they don't have to be accountable.
Well,
it's the marketing dollars that plays on your emotions, which I agree with.
Absolutely.
That's just so beautiful. Like I want us to have the same level of grace when addressing black men. Continue.
Absolutely. But as a black man, you have to go through life understanding you're never going to get an apology.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And
100%.
And the sucky part is other black men sit like how I'm sitting beside you, you expressing your emotions, and I'm as another black man sitting beside you go, hey, just to let you know your emotions never going to matter, just to give you a heads up.
Yeah,
like, that's the sucky part, right?
Right.
Even it's the truth. It's the sucky part that you got somebody like me who looks like you, acts like you, experience some things you go through, and I'm telling you, yo, bruh, I hear you, but fuck it.
Yeah.
So, but with that, black women, next time y'all see something go viral on the internet, see if it tugged on your emotions. And go back and check it.
Are they?
So, I say that to say, this line is disgusting. This line of it's piss poor to make fun of a black woman photographer. No, I was just making fun of you, sis. The gag for me is just been you. It ain't been, look, black women get it by me. Black men get it by me. When it's time to hop on white women and your black female photographers DM me, they get it. When white male photographers come and y'all are asking for protection, they hit this podcast up. No, it wasn't. I wasn't singling out nobody. And honestly, the gag is your photographers, your followers attack me. But I have to eat that because of what I put out there.
Right.
But this weaponizing black women's emotions to me was corny. Especially when you returning their money via the mastermind. Your words, not mine. Especially when you're in my group, writing them, saying, yo, you need to figure out if I'm real or not. Especially when there's a pregnant woman who's saying, hey, due to medical reasons, I can't come to your conference. Yeah. Can I sell my ticket? And you're commenting to her saying, no, you either need to come or give me the ticket and I give it away. Meaning that you got to lose out on your $1,600, sis.
Yeah, insensitivity. I don't think a black man can get away with that one.
Yeah, I wish I would tell a black woman, yo, I know you got a medical condition and you can't come to my conference. So I'm going to just give your ticket away unless you come. Yo, y'all know what'll happen?
That's a real strong arm there.
Absolutely. But this weaponizing black women is hilarious. But you know what? And then I get the DMs. Yo, you think this is funny? I probably got about 10 DMs. They were hilarious. I think 2 or 3 I might have responded to. And nothing. I told somebody I was gonna pray for them. One girl was like, "Yo, do you think the world? What type of world do you live in where people make fun of each other?" Bitch, have you not seen my comments?
Roast sessions, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, they have fun with me. I'm single. I'm 40. I'm not a photographer. They called me miserable yesterday. It's great. It is what it is. But let me tell y'all what y'all don't see. When this woman is going around DMing photographers telling them not to fuck with me months ago, telling them to not support me, to watch out, to be careful, to be mindful of him.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
That's interesting to me, yo. People play different games out here. Like I said, the longer you in the game, the longer you notice you was never in the game. And shout out to those photographers that stood beside me and was like, yo, we with you.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to those photographers that's in that group that's hitting me up. Some of them I do not follow hit me up. It's like, yo, just let you know she talking about you.
Yeah, that's really dope right there. You need people like that.
Shout out to those photographers who sending me the subs. Yo, she said you questioning this. I'm like, well, I don't follow sis no more.
There's never a need to be defensive. If you're on your trail, you on your path.
You don't see the shit.
You're not paying any attention to
If
that.
it comes to you, it comes to you because it came to me, sis. I didn't pay attention for you. You know what I'm saying? Go check your viewers. That's the beauty about Instagram. Under your story, it shows you who viewed your shit. Find my name. I encourage you.
Shout out to her email marketing. I get an email from her almost every day, I think.
Bro, her business avenue, and then here's me showing grace again. Her business avenue is amazing. It's beautiful. Yeah. I personally believe if I was me, and if I had to sit down with her and give her some advice, I would tell her you should be a business coach only.
There you go.
And maybe she does this, and maybe I'm completely wrong. And maybe she just turned targeting on for different markets. But she should be a business coach. And she should create business materials and pass it out. Because this whole photographer shit ain't working.
Yeah.
Because when I get DMs from people, yo, she took my picture. Well, then my question to you is, yo, where is it? You ain't posted. You didn't post everything else. We don't see it. You post every day on your story, on your page. Matter of fact, Colvin posted her behind the scenes at a photo shoot. The community wants to see those photos.
Yeah, it would be nice.
We want to see you leading the photo walk. But look, and shout out to her community because they care about her.
That they do.
They do care about her. Hence, they in my DMs. Hence, why they're writing me saying, yo, leave her alone. She's going through stuff on social media. Hence to her, she's going through stuff. That's why she's crying online. Hence, she's going through stuff. She's struggling with relationship stuff. She has kids. She's going through.
Yeah, those are all things that are real. Go ahead.
And I encouraged a photographer who I wrote, and I said, you know what? Because of your comments, I'm going to unfollow this woman right now, and I'm not going to look her up no more. It's a reason why I don't follow her, because one of her followers came to me and said, yo, she's struggling with stuff emotionally and mentally, and I think you give her some space and grace. Oh, I did that.
Well, then, in that same breath, we have to determine whether we're fit for the leadership role that we're really taking on when we're dealing with those things. Because I don't think any of the promotions, any of the email marketing, any of the broadcasting, I don't think any of the broadcasting stopped for us to know any of that, right? And what did I talk about? Within community, we have transparency. We have authenticity. So that, hey, yes, you can still be a leader of that community, but if you're going through a time where you're struggling, you should be able to delegate that task to one of your community members who is, devout and knows the system, so to speak, to carry the torch, because that shouldn't be on you. But then when, I don't want to say attacked, but then when challenged, when spoken to, now that's the opportune time to break down and not be able to lead properly because I'm dealing with things. Yo, if I can be frank, I don't want to make this political. Like I had a political joke earlier, but that's kind of the reason why strong civilizations of old were chosen to not be led specifically and solely by women. There was a need for balance in some way, shape, or form at some point that doesn't disassociate, discredit, or degrade women in any kind of way. It doesn't dismiss their critical role within leadership. if you hear what I said, and I shouldn't have to say it like this, right?
You shouldn't have to.
This is so politically correct, so
or
wordy.
why there was civilizations where there was a council.
Yes.
So you didn't even have just one man saying this is what we gonna do.
Yes.
You said something that I think that needs to be reiterated. You go to these bigger groups, sometimes the creator of the group is not even in there, but they do have the people, the moderators, the advisors, people that come in and say, yo, nope, we deleting this. Yo, your comment's been deleted. Yo, look, I believe, this is my personal opinion, and I'm not here to shame her for it. I believe, and let's take it off her. I believe some of you niggas is not fit and qualified for social media. And it shows every day because you struggle with it.
Yeah.
And you struggle with being somebody on social media that you are not.
Yeah.
And every day we get to watch. One of my favorite pastimes is, and I say this on every podcast, so if you hear and you about to be taken aback, fuck it. I love following escorts on Reddit because the downfall is just as beautiful as the rise up. When the money is flowing, the money is flowing. When suddenly they get arrogant and cocky and disrespectful and they start looking at their clients and spitting in their faces and dudes say, yo, I no longer want to spend money with you. Then you wait 6 months and you go back to that person's profile and you just click on their threads. You just click on their comments and you start reading. You like, damn. And it becomes a train wreck. And we love the train wreck. I don't give a damn what the internet says. To the sister that says, yo, where you living at where you think it's okay to pick at people, I'm like, well, you clearly not in my comments. Clearly you're not in her comments either because it's right there. But clearly you're not living in the U.S. Are you serious right now?
Yeah.
Are you dumb?
Yeah, New York, it gets down way different, right?
Yeah, and so my thing is I'm looking at it and I'm going, yo, are you fit for social media? And this is not to her anymore. This is just to leaders in our community. If you're not, you need to figure out a way to get around that.
Yeah.
Do you hire somebody like me to sit there and take it? Do you hire somebody that has a dummy account and they just comment? I remember her last name was Marie. I forget her first name, but she I think it's Kelsey. Don't quote me. Actually, that's a girl I know. Delete that. But one of the girls, Marie, she got in trouble in her own group because she had burner accounts. And I saw how it burnt her out. But in other groups, I give you a great example. Jessica Whittaker. Build and Bloom group. It has 80,000 people in there. Jessica, I haven't seen Jessica comment in that group in months. She don't. But once I started following her and listening to her podcast, I figured out why. She didn't have the time. She didn't have the backbone. You got people criticizing. You got people questioning. Dr. Colvin don't like me because I asked her a question.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of people like that.
Yeah. Y'all need to be careful with mentors, experts who don't like to be questioned. Every damn religious doc where the people go batshit crazy at the end started with people being executed, prosecuted, persecuted. Where the church music at? Don't make me turn around.
I'm telling you.
It started with people asking questions. They got rid of those people super quick.
Yes, sir. That's in science, religion, all platforms.
All
no matter
platforms.
what it was, you know what I mean?
Yo, people got, look at every religious group and how they start spreading out. Yo, that person that led a group, they was probably somebody that asked a question somewhere else. Look at basketball. Look at football. Look at the most outspoken athlete who was asking too many damn questions. See how quick they got traded.
Ice Cube, Big Three. It's very
too
relevant.
many questions. It's relevant everywhere. You ask too many questions and then you get alienated. Look, you get to be the villain instead of, and that person becomes the victim. And then everybody just say, yo, we can't deal with you no more.
How does a writer's strike happen in Hollywood? Are we getting paid enough? That's a question.
That's a question. Look, people getting fired. Go look up that writer's strike and then tell me that y'all ain't gonna keep uploading y'all dumbass pictures on these AI platforms.
How do you get AI? Oh, they want to literally enhance it. Can we enhance it easily? Like more easy? Easier? Yeah.
Like, and you know what? This whole thing about social media, and gotta get to daycare. Social media has gotten so beautiful because people can't even think for themselves.
No.
When we start asking questions, people get defensive. That should scare you, yo. When I'm looking at an arts council giving out $900,000 to artists in my own city, and I ask a question, Then it's the pushback.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's the indirect, it's the subliminals, it's the comments.
Mm-hmm.
But I love when I start seeing people who y'all gave money to now questioning y'all ass because they start noticing that white people start getting more money than them. Yo, let's talk. See, I love being that person. I love asking the questions, and I love saying, yo, why? Now, I'm not finna sit up here and talk about and complain about somebody all day because, yeah, y'all got to do that. Y'all got to go to that conference. Y'all got to sit up there. Y'all got to see the fake cries. Y'all got to see the fake comments. Y'all got to see the, yo, woe is me type conversations. And then you got to see the people not growing in their mastermind, not growing in their work. This also the reason why I don't give niggas advice no more.
That's real.
It's a reason why I stopped. Yo, if you want to come talk to me, you got to come to the studio. You got to sit beside me. You can ask me anything you want, and I answer it.
Yeah.
Ask laws. I tell you the truth, and it sucks sometimes, and I hate doing it. Sometimes I look at laws and be like, bro, it was hard just to tell him that. Or, you know, I can't tell him that. I didn't lost relationships with other creators just because, hey, I asked them questions about why are you doing this? Even though you know less than me, why are you doing this? Let me just ask you why. It's been, yo, bro, fuck off.
Yeah.
Guess what? The people that are really, truly experts, they love when you ask why.
It's really interesting how agreeable you have to be. You know what I mean? Like, you can't say things that ruffle feathers. You can't say things that are unconventional or against the grain. And if you do, like you were talking about before the podcast, you know, it may take years for that to become true. You know what I mean? And those same people are not going to come back to you and say, hey, I remember when you said that.
Gavin.
And you don't need that per se, but just think about the dynamic of what that means. You know what I'm saying? Where, like, hey, again, if you're not saying something that's very popular or something that's agreeable to all figures, you're asking yourself, you know, are you going to be a martyr, basically? And I'm not. Right. Not for any cause.
Not for this.
Got kids.
Yeah.
Got value our own personal life.
Absolutely.
No,
I don't have the time, the energy to be fighting with people who their leader told them, yo, you got to research if I'm real or not.
Yeah, that's not.
Instead of saying, no, I am real. Here's my resume. Here's this. Here's that. Here's my actual work. Because I can't sit here and say if her formula works because I got stuck on if you even are you even who you say you are.
Right.
You know, the stuff on the website, the calculator. I've seen that on other people's. That's stolen. That's not even. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna say it's stolen. I'm gonna say that's not unique to her. I seen it a long time ago.
And then the next thing is that I think it's more so generally speaking, you got to know who the audience is, right? Like, who are the people signing up for this? Because there isn't a one-size-fit-all method to photography. Since I've been doing this for the last 5 to 6 years, like, I have it in multiple markets, New York, Atlanta, D.C., Charlotte, obviously. No, I haven't experienced, you know, even being out in L.A., talking to a couple photographers. Every market has brought something that was different where within that market, people were moving differently.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So I haven't seen a one-size-fit-all type of thing. And so I guess that's why it reiterates the point where, yo, it would make sense if she was a business coach. Business applies to every level.
Absolutely.
But from a photography perspective, we got to know what niche, you know what I'm saying, what niche is your photography in? Yeah. Who are you servicing as your clients? Are they high sale clients? Are they everybody, you know what I'm saying, buffet style? Like, because they're not the same. It varies.
I don't go to the wedding group and talk boudoir. Right. I don't go to the maternity group and talk about senior portraits. It's a reason why. Every market is different. This isn't, great point, this isn't a one-size-fit-all. But you can't ask these niggas nothing nowadays. Because social media done got so fucking soft. And photography groups have gotten so fucking soft. It's actually sad. You can't criticize nobody's stuff. You can't question nothing. You can't, look, let me tell y'all how soft it is. When y'all post trash work in these groups, it's not because you posted it at the wrong time and nobody said nothing, that people who want to help you don't want to tell you your shit is ass. It's just that they say, yo, I can't say nothing because they are going to attack me. So guess what? When somebody says, yo, CC please, and I write, yo, this is not good. It looks like a cutout. Then I get the DMs, yo, why you hating? You ain't even know for time. What, bruh?
And then why DM? Why not leave it exactly where it is, right?
Look.
That's a clear sign that something is disoriented. If you can't respond where the comment was, There's no need for you to make it a private situation now.
Absolutely.
Right.
And then my sad part is, look, shout out to Dana Cole. I love you. So I'm not even going to go in. I'm not even going to talk about you because I love you. I love your work. I know you're in a whole different country and things are ran different over there than they is over here. I'm going to leave that there. So I'm not going to go at another black woman for nothing because you are defending your friend. But you posting that shit and then you out here encouraging people, yo, I don't think y'all should talk to them. That's weird to me. I think y'all should unfriend him. And to the people that was in your comments, yo, I'm glad he ain't on my friends list. Bitch, I ain't want to be your friend. I don't add people I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't add people I don't have relationships with. I don't add people. Me and Dana have had, I loved her comments. Oh, I don't even know him. Check your messages. We've spoken. Check your groups. We've spoken. I love when y'all play that game when it's time to play on black women's emotions. I don't know this black brother who we about to attack.
Yeah.
Mike said it on the Black Dad Clubs perfectly. When a black man missteps, it now becomes of what he said and not what we were just talking about. But I got to eat that because I got to use the same advice I just gave Laws. Don't expect no apologies, bruh. They on your ass. To the people that was in the comments, you trolling for fame. Yo. No comment.
Y'all's version of what fame looks like is so skewed if you come up with that type of commentary on Facebook, on any social media platform for that matter, but on Facebook within a photography group. Don't know if you guys have seen photography pages, but I ain't really seen nothing ever popular about photography, to be honest with you. And most elite famous photographers do not want the limelight.
They do not.
So
they do not. And I'm telling y'all, when I get there, I'm going to take it. And I will not be taking pictures no more. I will be glad to post. I am a past photographer.
Yep. Teaching new things.
Teaching new things. And
moving along, if you will.
And to the people that talk about my appearance on social media.
Yikes.
That's all you got. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. You know what? And I always tell people this. I told a young lady yesterday who was laughing, who asked me, should she get in the group and say something? I said, nah. I said, one thing. I've been picked on since I was 6. Yeah. I am 34.
Yeah.
The only comment you're going to get back from me is if it's funny. Because that means I have not heard it before and it's actually fucking funny. Anything else is just like, all right, cool, whatever. Yeah. Also, I believe if you're picking at somebody's appearance, it's because their merit couldn't be attacked. Yep. That person as a man, that means you couldn't find nothing about me being a father. You couldn't find nothing about me being a husband. You couldn't find nothing about me being a man. You couldn't find nothing to do with my photography. You couldn't find nothing to do with my podcast. And you couldn't find shit to do with marriage or things I put in the world. So you had to attack the one thing that God ordained, God put in this world, and God said, yo, this is how he's going to look.
Sadly, you're not happy with the appearance of yourself.
And I love scrolling through y'all pictures. Yeah. It's never the pretty bitches who say, yo, he ugly. It's never the good-looking dudes, the handsome dudes who like, yo, he look a mess. Yeah. My man had a do-rag on with a headband on as a profile picture.
Stop playing, bro. That's 99s to 2000s, bro.
One girl, her makeup was green, and she darker than you. And it was green. I was like, yo, I could have at least fixed the filter. One woman commented on me, and somebody sent me a picture of her baby daddy that she took off. She only had one picture of this nigga on her social media. They found her baby daddy. They found his profile. They sent me stuff. And I said, yo, I can't post that. Because for what?
You're reaching, man.
I would be the one reaching at that point. And to the pretty women that's on there going in, beauty's in the eye of who?
The beholder.
It's out there.
That's it.
And it's cool. But I love this. Look, Dr. T, I will say this in my final statement to you. You ain't got to worry about me no more, sis.
You ain't got to worry about it.
This will live on. This podcast, this YouTube video will live on. I didn't even give you the warning that I gave the other sister when I said, yo, you sure? But I'm letting you know this will live on. I encourage anybody, if you want to work with her, go work with her, but just know what you're getting your feet into, what you're getting your hands on. Understand her mindset. I'm done trying to help. And if you want the real, come to No More Pie by Gavin B.
Hey.
We keep it real in there. Please do your research on me. I talk about it every week. I give y'all me. Every fucking week, you get me.
Yeah.
Y'all know my family. Y'all know my friends. Y'all know the photographers I no longer fuck with. Y'all know the photographers who I'm bigging up. Y'all know the photographers who I call and I'm like, yo, this is me. Do me this solid. Let's talk. Y'all know the photographers who I've reached out to who told me, yo, you got to pay me to talk to these niggas. I keep it real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Every scam has a scheme, but the realest schemes are not scams.
Oh, that's a bar.
You know, yeah, someone gave me that where, oh, yo, every scheme has a little bit of scam in it. And I thought about it and I'm like, I don't think so. Like, I understand where the context was coming from.
Mm-hmm.
So how I took it was, all right, every scam absolutely has a behind-the-scenes scheme.
Facts.
Right? But there are some real schemes that are not, they don't have the intention to scam, bro.
Yeah.
And it takes time. Unfortunately, it takes time to really see it. A lot of times, especially with cults, you don't see it until hindsight. So shout out to you for even calling certain aspects of it out, for the simple fact that we'll say that there are some parts that are unknown, but the people know. The people who are behind these things, they know. And I'll say that I know the people around me, I don't have to challenge and question their intentions because I force them to make it clear. I force them to make it be true. So if I rock with you, it's because I've done a thorough assessment and have a bit of discernment on what that looks like.
Mm-hmm.
If I have to question you, I'm not going to just, ride you off per se.
Yeah.
But now you got to answer my questions. And once you show me some sensitivity,
facts.
oh, I see how far this is going to go. And yeah, it's probably a little bit of scam in that scheme. So,
bruh,
yeah.
Trust me, everybody that's in my group gets at it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Dr. T wasn't invited to my Facebook group. She requested to be there, telling y'all ass she don't know who I am. She requested to be there. With that, we didn't say nothing.
No.
We didn't change the conversation. Trust me, people saw, because we like to invite new members. We like to promote. People saw. People asked me why. And I said, we'll get to see. The fruits of your labor will show.
There you go.
So when you get in there, you showing yourself, and people got questions now, and then you show your true intentions. Yo, it's up to y'all to do your own research on me. Oh, sis, never mind. Cool, we good on it. But yeah, Dr. T, I'm done with you, sis. If you don't want me to see your stuff, you need to talk to your own community. Talk to them. They the one sent me that. They the one sent me your price sheet. They the one sent me when you was going through relationship issues. They the one told me about you saying that you needed a break. They the one, felt like it was elitism when you was bragging about your Tesla.
Oh, wow.
How the fuck I supposed to know what kind of car you drive? I don't follow you.
That's crazy, B.
Come on.
Social media influence will be the ruin for humanity
Man,
at this point.
social media, being fake on social media, living a lie, is going to have a lot of y'all depressed in a few years. And it's going to have I don't mean to be disrespectful or distasteful. I understand why a lot of people now are taking their lives or self-transitioning. And I understand, as a kid in high school, when Facebook was jumping, MySpace was jumping, you see something, I'm like, yo, how the hell y'all letting MySpace get to you, right? Because I wasn't invested in it. One thing about boys is, and I respect it, I love this about us, we playing video games, so we didn't have time to spend time on MySpace for hours, right? Yeah. Call of Duty was more important. Grand Theft Auto was more important. Madden was more important.
Shoot, at that point, trying to still get to the league for some folks that I know, you know what I'm
saying?
So you playing sports, you in the weight room, you're dedicated to whatever it was that you was
absolutely
into, while still playing some video games too.
Now that I'm 30, I see why these niggas taking their lives.
Yeah, man.
And it's embarrassing and it's sad, and it's one of those things that it's like, yo, I don't see it slowing up. Wait till AI get here.
AI is here at this point.
It is here.
It's scary. But
when the actors are being told that we want you to come to this green screen, and no matter what type of AI we put behind you, we should be able to use it in all other movies that we deem fit, and you should only be paid one time for showing up for this one day, for these few hours. When they are fighting that, I'm telling you, photography is a wrap. They gave us mirrorless camera. First of all, they gave us DSLRs or whatever.
Yeah,
they gave
DSLRs hit the market, hit it hard and fast. Yes,
and the film photographers was pissed.
Yes,
I get that now. Then mirrorless came.
Not too long after DSLRs had really been
Look,
introduced to the market.
The cheat code was upgraded, right?
Quick.
Okay, then now we got AI here. But before even AI got here, we got the Lightroom, we got the Photoshop, we got the presets, we got the filters. See, this is why my biggest gripe with filters used to be, they out here throwing this light and airy filter on every picture, creating a standard. This airbrushing shit is creating a standard now. Y'all love getting an airbrush and using the dodge and burn, and you fucking making these, you taking everybody pores off their body. And now guess what's happening? The AI is saying, we've got them accustomed to thinking that this is it. So now only thing we got to do is, we just make it fake. My favorite thing before we hop up out of here, I got a homeboy right now, and I won't expose the page because I want to make the joke so bad on my page. He is following an AI girl, and this nigga, first of all, he married. That's the other reason why I can't do it. He and her comments so damn heavy.
Oh, no.
Nasty work, Floss. Nasty.
Oh, no.
Beautiful this. Your body is this. This nigga don't even know this bitch is fake.
Oh, no.
And I can't make the joke because she is pretty, but she is fake. Let me tell you, they gave you the black girl.
That's
beautiful
tough.
Skin, chocolate skin, hot cheekbones, the Michael Jackson nose, the fake wavy hair. It ain't even natural. It ain't even European, but it ain't European, but it ain't 4C either. You know what I'm saying? They make sure they don't never show her hands. Abs is sunk in, titties is big as hell out of her sports bra. She fine. They got her doing all kinds of shit, and my man's is in her. He in the comments heavy, and I can't even post a page to be like, look how AI got you boys tripping, because he's somebody who I respect, and I fucks with his wife and everything.
To bring context and make it real, what you're talking about, how many girls from the country who not even in the city have actually gone and got BBLs?
Oh,
you didn't see nobody in your community walking around with it, but you saw it on social media. You saw, so yeah, visual enhancement, AI. We're fucked, man.
We are, but the community been fucked because we can't even tell the truth with people.
Exactly.
We can't even ask questions. We can't ask questions, and with that, I encourage for the people that do want to ask questions, that don't want to have their mind closed, that do want to just have real cookout type conversation, barbershop type conversation with photography. Come fuck with Death Row.
Come fuck with Death Row.
With that, we gonna holler at y'all.
We out.